Who am I as an artist? What is my personal brand? I think in order to understand my brand, I need to talk a little bit about my story. So, as a young boy, I was very much bullied by my best friends and by all of my closest friends. My very first friend would do things like poke me and pinch me and tell me that girls would never like me if I wasn't tough. I stuck around with him because he was a year older than me and I kind of looked up to him. I held him in reverence, and also he had the best snacks on the block, let me tell you. Later on in life, I was made fun of for things like my form. I was very short as a kid. I was a very, very small, very short, very scrawny kid. That is until the summer of 4th grade going into 5th grade when I left school a very short, very, very short, small kid and came back a blossomed, very short, still very, very short, fat fuck 5th grader. And believe me, my wonderful friends were very quick to remind me of my weight gain. They would poke fun at my weight, poke fun of my height, and they would do things like pants me on the monkey bars in front of my crush and constantly remind everyone of the time that I ripped ass in the middle of class, as if it wasn't embarrassing enough. I was very uncoordinated, very unskilled and unathletic, and so I was almost always picked near the end when it came to playing sports. Sometimes I would end up on the team with the cool kids, but in 4th grade, everything changed when the cool kids decided that there would be a new way of picking teams. From now on, there would be no captains. The split would be divided 2 ways: those who have seen Get Rich or Die Trying, and those who haven't. My fate, what forever lumped me in with the fat kids for the fat loser kids for the rest of elementary school, was whether or not I had seen the 50 Cent biopic, Get Rich or Die Trying. I find this to be hilarious now that I am not in it, and I realized that all of these things happening to me were pretty funny now that I think about it from the perspective of someone who it's not happening to. It forced me all of this forced me to develop a sense of humor about myself, to be able to make fun of myself, my traits, my habits, and the things that happened to me. Because if I could make fun of myself, by the time they tried to touch me, I'd be untouchable. And that's what I like to do as an artist. I like to make fun of myself and have fun with the silliness of this all. The silliness of all of my struggles, the silliness of all of my pain, because they pass. Things change, and that's another thing that I want to share through my art, the fact that things change. I thought I was trapped forever being a fat kid. I thought I was trapped being fat and insecure and lonely. I thought I would never get a girlfriend and I would never lose weight and be healthy. But here I am. Still single as fuck, but now my job is literally to teach people how to work out and coach them to be healthier. My body's not of a Greek god, but I am getting closer and closer to looking exactly how I used to make my customized wrestlers in WWE video games look. Things change. I used to be a hopeless romantic, constantly thinking that every single girl that I was in love with at the time that I would never get over. Yet here I am, over them. Things change, things pass, and at any given moment you could be lifted from a funk full of doubt into a state of prosperity and flow. In moments of struggle, it is easy to feel as if they're never going to end, as if you'll remain lost and unhappy, but I want to create art that reminds people that this isn't the case. I want to tell stories and express truths that remind people that tragedies and traumas pass on, and within these tragedies and traumas lie valuable lessons who shape who you are. Within them lie stories that, once you're over the embarrassment, become really freaking hilarious. They're funny reminders of how far you've come. I want to remind people of how truly silly life is and help them laugh through all of their struggles. I want to show people that they're not bound to their negative pasts or their negative presents. That at any moment they can have the potential to start working towards who they want to be. That they can reinvent themselves. My skill set didn't come as a result of blessed genetics or natural talent. I worked for it. I wasn't special. I never have been. So I grinded my ass off to make myself special in some way. This isn't because I'm amazing. This is because we are amazing. Us as human beings. And this is the biggest thing that I want to let people know over all of this. That they are fucking incredible. That your unique story, through the comedies and through the tragedies, has created this incredible character, this incredibly one-of-a-kind character with the capacity for transformation, growth, and creation. I want to help people laugh and love themselves. That's who I am as an artist.